to meet some acquaintances, but one friend named Charlie disapproved of their affectionate moments because he privately loved Lisa. He confronted Stan to give up on Lisa, even threatened him, but faced with unkindness, Stan just paid for his drink and turned to leave. "Hey, did you kill your wife and kids? You would do the same to Lisa and her daughter." Stan's anger has translated into his fists. When Lisa noticed, he was already beating Charlie to the ground in a blind rage. Realizing he hit Lisa, who was trying to help, he calmed down a little. Then he quickly ran away. He hid in the yard shed. His mind echoed with the harsh words Charlie said. As the anger faded over time, he opened the tightly shut door, only to find Lisa sleeping on the cold floor. So he quickly picked her up. He took her to his room. He tucked Lisa in. But just as he was leaving, Lisa woke up and asked what was happening. Stan had to explain what happened honestly, but he admitted he felt like a killer because he wasn't there in time to save his family from that misfortune. But Lisa believed he was innocent. It was all the unfairness of fate. The next day, while Stan was driving Lisa home, he spotted Charlie waiting at the door. Charlie said he needed to talk to Lisa privately. Given their past as college classmates, Lisa let him stay. However, what Charlie had to say terrified Lisa. Because of that car accident years ago, Lisa's husband lost control of the wheel, which led to Stan's 38-year-old wife and 8-year-old son dying, while Lisa and Stan's mother were lucky to survive. Just tell Stan about this. Then Charlie can easily break them apart. But Lisa was already in tears. She found it hard to accept this truth, that she couldn't face Stan. "Are we okay? I love you, Lisa. I love you too." In the face of love and truth, she chose silence, but this blow was just too much. So much so that she hadn't gone out for days. This made Stan very anxious. He had to ask Lisa's good friend to check on her. But when he returned to the grocery store, he found Charlie came uninvited. Charlie sought to buy the store high-priced, risking Stan's job, and revealed the truth about the accident to him. And Lisa's good friend had already come to visit. Seeing Lisa looking haggard and with messy hair, it was hard to imagine what had happened to her. After Lisa shared the struggles she faced, her friend Casey offered to take her to a movie to ease her troubled spirit. Gradually, she finally found the courage to speak the truth. However, Stan already knew about this. "Your husband killed my family. You knew this, yet you told me you loved me. Please let me explain. Anyway, stay out of my life." The worst case happens without warning. Her love eventually left her. Stan left the pound with Zeus, returned to where his parents lived, continued living a lonely life. But on the wooden products he made, he often unknowingly etched his feelings for Lisa because he still loved her. So Stan came to his wife's tombstone to voice his recent troubles. He felt suffocated to the brink of collapse, but when he spotted a pure white feather on the ground, his breath became much easier. Perhaps this is a blessing from an angel. Meanwhile, Lisa still stood by the window, worrying at the empty opposite. She often took her daughter to that sacred spot in the woods because only here could she feel a bit better. Suddenly, deep out of her mind, Lisa heard a noise from the yard. Excitedly, she went to look, only to find her most hated person helping to rake leaves. Lisa couldn't understand. Charlie used to be the best man at his wedding and read touching eulogies at her husband's funeral. "I don't like this. I fell in love with you from the moment I first saw you. I won't leave you, Lisa." Why doesn't Charlie understand? There's no place for him in Lisa's heart. Time flies by swiftly. Stan constantly looks at the photo of Lisa. Yet he could never have imagined Mom recognized the woman in the picture. She could never forget the one who lost her husband. An angel rushed to comfort the old man in the hospital. But who comforts her? Who has endured the same? At that moment, Stan realized he hurt such a kind woman. When spring arrives, that tree sprout buds. Lisa finds traces of Stan's presence. She occasionally finds notes around the window. Since he has returned, why not show his face? Just as Lisa was at a loss, Casey tells her that the coffee shop across might have answers. The owner didn't sell the store to Charlie, but gave it to Stan for free, as he always believed in the son-in-law. It's time for him to travel abroad and enjoy a quiet life. This left Stan momentarily confused. He hurried to refuse his father-in-law's goodwill. He bumped into Lisa at the door. She appeared quite upset, then angrily stormed into the store. Seeing her, Stan quickly apologized. He shouldn't have said Lisa's husband was a murderer. He thanked her for calming his mom, who was near a breakdown. But the reason Lisa was angry was that he had preferred to rent notes for 5 months. However, Stan just returned to this town today. Someone else was writing those notes. So she left the shop in tears. After she left, Charlie showed up again uninvited. He scolded Stan for showing up, especially when he was connecting with Lisa. Speaking of contacts, this made Stan thoughtful. He followed Charlie to a car repair shop, only to learn how crazy this mechanic was for love. He admitted to writing the notes. They also put a hidden camera in Lisa's room. Then he feigned frustration to provoke Stan, but this time it didn't work, so he revealed a shocking secret that he tampered with Lisa's husband's car back then, which caused the crash that killed 3 and her 2. He also claimed he would tell Lisa's daughter everything. That ended. Report. Stan was furious and punched Charlie unconscious. Then he hurried to tell Lisa the truth, but Charlie submitted video evidence of Stan hitting, so he was quickly arrested by the police. But luckily, his father-in-law hurried back from the airport. But then, Lisa anxiously arrived at the jail. She said her daughter is missing. If all goes well, she must be with Charlie. So they filed a police report. But the police searched the whole garage and found no sign of the suspect. Just whatever was lost. Stan found a note left at the window. It said his daughter was locked in a sealed shed with a toxic exhaust car. In an instant, they felt scared. They ran straight to the yard. They finally found Charlie, but the gun in his hand made Lisa approach him cautiously to rescue her daughter, who might be poisoned any moment. She showed Charlie her gentler side for the first time. As she calmed Charlie down, Stan slipped into the shed. "You are everything I want. It's just us." However, Charlie spotted Stan coming out with his daughter, so he fired several shots, but he missed because Lisa tripped Charlie's foot. The gun fell. She seized her chance to grab it. They were locked in a standoff for a moment. "I love you." Lisa fainted at the gunshot. When she woke up, she learned Charlie had been shot dead and her daughter was out of danger. Stan was by her side. However, unexpectedly, her daughter still did not know Dad was gone. But she says Dad would never come home because the last time feathers appeared, happiness did not come. But Stan wouldn't leave. He'd stay by their side. "A promise?" "I promise." But after this event, Lisa and Stan lost touch. She felt maintaining the status quo was a good choice. But Casey was unhappy with this ending. She insisted Lisa see Stan at the store right away, so she took her daughter along and they went to the grocery store. Lisa saw a romantic scene. White feathers covered the room. It was the sign of an angel's visit. Blessed happiness has indeed arrived. Stan suddenly appeared before them, but he was trouble. The shop needs a pretty hire. Bright and sharp and persistent to manage this grocery store with him, and that person is Lisa, who he deeply loves. So he took out a wedding ring and knelt down. "I've made many mistakes in my life. I know you can never truly forgive me, but I'll never stop trying to make it right, to fix us. Marry me." Yet Lisa was uncertain. She needed her daughter's approval, but that was no problem at all. Stan asked Zeus to give a gift to his daughter. Unexpectedly, a simple wooden ring won her daughter's heart and won Lisa's approval. "Marry me?" "Okay." "Really? Really?"